Hello, I'm Chun Ho, and I'm going to conduct the presentation of my project. And let's go through the background first. Our selected study industry is the restaurant industry in Hong Kong. And you can show that the restaurant is still using the cash and octopus card as their mainstream payment method. And also some of the customers will use the PayWay for the payment options. And under the threat of COVID-19, and it shows that the economic depressions that make use and citizen is very frustrated upon that. And they are more focusing on the hygiene concerns that they will not willing to touch the bank note that may be a threat of being affected. So the Hong Kong government have launched the consumption voucher scheme. That the scheme is actually the 5,000 HKD in total that are bound into different e-payment system. For example, Alipay, Octopus, WeChat Pay, and Tap and Go. And this scheme actually encourage people to make use of e-payment as it's introduced the e-payment system to a large group of populations. And also it encouraged merchants to accept of e-payment systems. And refer to a statistic, there are over 19% of the merchants of the restaurant are willing to install the physical equipment in order to capture those value. So let's go through the problem of restaurant industry. The major problem is the queuing problem. As you may know that restaurants are very busy at the peak hours and usually a long queue on the cashiers, and the cash payment has increased the operation time. For example, as you have to wait for the change and you have to wait for the confirmations bill at cashier. So this act, it will actually bother some other people that are waiting for the payment. So the low efficiency affect the customer satisfaction and the whole dining experience. So that's why we required a highly efficient e-payment solution to tackle with this problem. And for the next, there will be the evaluations of various e-payment solutions. And Apple Pay is actually a high penetrated electronic payment methods that conduct the contactless payment. So how does it actually functions? The Apple convert your bank card information into a string in your phone through the technological called tokenizations. And it used the token to generate a random token and a set of dynamic security code to send to the bank. And the token services can be restored to the bank account and send it back to the authorization to complete the whole payment. And it has a lot of advantage on Apple Pay. So as you may know that Apple is very highly concentrate on the user privacy and card details. So the expected card number data is replaced by a random encrypted token. So and customers only need to unlock their phone and with the fingerprint verifications and Face ID authentications. It is very convenient to process as the speed is very extremely fast and it is no need the physical card required for the payment and it is totally cashless. And let's move on to the cons that will be the software failure. And there are some technological problems that may possibly happen. For example, the server's failure may leak your data out. And also the Apple Pay is only available on iOS devices. So non-Apple users are excluded from this payment method. And for Alipay HK and WeChat Pay HK, they are actually similar e-payment system they are both from mainland China, Alibaba and Tencent Group. And it is more capable on different payment scenario as they open the payment availability in taxi and the market scenario since their entry, as it aim to replace the autobus in many ways. For example, the transportation like the take bus and taxi and MTR, you can both use the Alipay and WeChat Pay. And it is very convenient payment that do not require a physical bank card and credit card. You can finish the payment with a smartphone immediately. So let's move on to the e-payment design. The usage is mainly focusing on the restaurant dine-in and takeaway services. And the features will comprise with the cashless, the instant response via payment platform, and high efficiency. And as you may know that we have learned before, the QR code, the quick response code is actually data transfer technology. It generates the dot matrix contained of the information, which way more easier to manage and transfer. And it's more easier to scan the QR code and obtain the information from the senders. And also connected with various payment system server and finish the payment on their smartphone. So the brand new e-payment services is actually the new the QR Pay that integrate all payment system exist in the market. It built the linkage between merchants, payment system, and the customers, and it make use of the QR code technology and to distribute the code to the end user, and it direct to various payment channel. And also it required authorizations that connected with different payment system with authorization. And client need to set up EDDA, the electronic direct debit authorizations on customer's bank. And also you have to add the credit card information first. So for the implementation, QR Pay can process large number of payments simultaneously, which means there are no longer clearing required for the payment. The flow will be the customer can access QR code and scan the QR code on the table, which direct to the restaurant POS to take order, and the order detail will be sent to the restaurant and QR Pay data server. And the server and bill record will be recorded as a log in the server. So when customers are finished and about to check the bill, the e-bill will be sent out on their QR Pay apps, and they're ready for reconfirmations and payment process, and receive on the apps after finishing the payment. The e-receipt can be authorized, can be authenticated with the business account on the apps. So the advantage will be wide coverage on payment method that take care of large group of populations, and solving the queuing problem at cashier during peak hour, and it also streamline the payment process and make it more efficient. And the customer are no longer need to wait for the chat bill anymore, and it complete the cashless experience and enhance the entire dining experience. But for the concern that we are frauds and deceptions, if merchants have failed to authorize the paid receipt, so the owner may suffering from financial loss. And for the security, there will be contain massive account of personal data and credit card data. The agreements on EDDA and connected with different bank account and pay, and the credit card may get lost, and the client may suffering from the financial loss, as there are only always a trade-off between the security and convenience. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.